From the Queen City, we're live inside Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Mike Lee is on the mound for the Reds in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season, and what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this one.
Into the box now, Christian Brummett. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Pittsburgh, center fielder, number 27.
First pitch coming, here it is. And our first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one as we are underway here in Cincy. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing well, winners of 5 straight prior to that game.
Hey, this is the big one here, Matty. You know what, D-Roll? They're about to head on a 9-game roadie. One thing they'd like to do, get on that plane feeling good about themselves and salvage the last game of the series.
Yeah, Dan, they need to find a way to win this one today. Get on the flight, makes everybody's dinner taste better. 9-game road trip coming up. A lot of packing involved, a lot of grinding on the road. They need to find a way to win this last one at home.
Now here's a shot out toward the gap in right center. Around first, digging for 2. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with a runner in scoring position, one batter into the game.
Stepping in now, Christopher Wiggins in there for a called strike 1. He'll enter play here up near the 340 mark. Home runs up to 30 now, and 123 RBIs. 0-1 count, and the pitch. In the dirt here. Brummett leads off second with nobody out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Well, Matty, the old cliche goes, battlers, grinders. I know it gets old saying that, but that's the exact description of what this lineup presents today to the opposing pitcher. They do not strike out. He is going to have to grind. He is going to have to keep the ball in the ballpark, and his defense is going to have to be on point.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The 0-1 on its way. A line shot to third base, and the runner gets back. No double play.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Tyler Wiggins.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Tyler Wiggins. He's had a real nice season in the batting average department, but he'll need to turn it on a bit down the stretch if he wants a chance at claiming that coveted batting title. Hard liner to center field. Hamilton is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1 left for Pittsburgh, and now the Reds will get their first opportunity. No score. Jody Christian, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Gene Segura standing in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First offering on its way. Hit back toward the mound. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
You know, D-Roll, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk to home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
Sacrifice situation here, and the manager wisely brings his third baseman in to try and cut down the lead runner if it comes his way. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. And guys, as we take a look at the Pirates coming into this afternoon, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row, you've been on some good teams, not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Danny, how frustrating is this right here? First and third, you got problems all over.
Well, you come right out of the dugout, right? You're starting an inning fresh. You're expecting to have a 1-2-3 inning. You look up, and all of a sudden, first and third, nobody out. It's time to make some good pitches.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line towards center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Here's Jay Bruce now, and there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend. Matthew Ross, very wide strike zone.
Yeah, coming in. When you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
Bruce is simply an all-around great defensive outfielder. Not only does he have great range and great hands, he's also got a plus arm, one that base runners and base coaches certainly have to be mindful of.
Absolutely. When you are in the meeting room preparing for this guy, it is the first thing that jumps off the page. Do not take the extra base.
Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see the speed and athleticism of Billy Hamilton on display. He's been the fire starter for this team. Last 10 games, how about an on-base percentage of over 400? As he goes, so goes the team. He's playing great ball and making things happen.
And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. First delivery to him on the way. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Hey, that's a great pitch right there. An 0-0 changeup to a great hitter. It opens up so many more places you can go in the strike zone.
Comes set and the 0-1. And he nails him at third. Great throw. It's a run on 2 hits here for Cincinnati. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Cincinnati. Reds out in front, 1-0. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Randy Wiggins, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that misses inside, 1-0. The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Wiggins.
Up next for the Buccos, Curtis Wiggins. And he's a guy really in need of something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go for him. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses. 1 out, nobody on. Line towards center field. Hamilton is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Batting 7, catcher, Brian Brummett.
Now at the plate, Brian Brummett, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. 2 out, nobody on. A shot down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Drilled down the line. Foul.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back to back.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. They trail this one 1-0. In now for the Reds, Joe Morgan. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. A high fastball is in there. The 0-1 on its way. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Now the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard down the line. Wiggins scoops it up, and there's one down now.
Time for a look at the Buccos on D. Hey guys, you want to talk about taking care of the baseball, doing what's right, playing fundamentally sound. This team has the fewest errors in the league. Not only do they make the routine plays, but they'll make the spectacular ones as well. Can't be understated the importance of what they're bringing to the table on the defensive side. Check that out today.
And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. The 1-2. This is pulled into right. Clemente back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Catcher, Johnny Bench.
Into the box now, Johnny Bench. Will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Wiggins moves over, and that's the 3rd out. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Crossing the Ohio from Kentucky into Cincinnati there as we're set for the top of the 3rd in this one. In now, Scott Gifford. He'll start out the proceedings against Mike Leake as we get the inning underway. First offering on its way. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. The 1-0. And he misses again. 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first two pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. And with one away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. So here now's the pitcher, Jody Christian. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single. So the lineup card turns over with one away following the base hit out of the pitcher's spot.
Hey, don't let the fact that this guy's on the mound fool you right here. This guy has a nice approach at the plate, knows what he's doing, has history. I'm not surprised he was able to mix in a base hit.
Into the box, Christian Brummett, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He doubled to open up the ball game. And before the 0-1 pitch, he'll step out of the box and get his bearings a bit. Here it comes, 0-2. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. Christian, base runner at first with one out. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Here now the 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. That changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Runner's off for second, but he won't draw a throw. That's taken for ball 4, and it's first and second now with one away.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christopher Wiggins, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat, and he fouls this one off. Ready with the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. He's got it. Segura for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Ready now for Cincinnati, Darren Durham.
Leading off for the Reds, first baseman, Darren Durham.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Strike. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Missed with a breaking ball. The 1-2 pitch. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Now another 1-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
In now, Mike Leake. As he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. Now the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Wiggins takes it in. Throw gets him 2 down.
The shortstop, number 9, Gene Segura.
Stepping into the box, Gene Segura. Second at bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first.
In his first at bat, he hit that breaking ball for a base hit. It'll be interesting to see if he's sitting off speed again here in this AB.
First pitch on its way. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. One and one to the Reds leadoff man. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plan.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And this is fouled at the plate.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Swing and a liner. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Segura turns and goes to second. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
Digging in for his second at bat, Billy Hamilton. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. He's set, and the pitch. And that one just missed outside. Looking at his career totals, Hamilton hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
2-0 count, the pitch. 2-1 to count. Now the 2-1. Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul. Segura at second with 2 down. Fouled away.
Hey, I'm loving this right now. Classic battle. 5 foul balls in a row. I'd love to see this next one put in play for sake of pace of play, but I love the fact that it's battle.
3-2 now. And the payoff pitch. And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More from the show. Saturday baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Leading off the inning, Roberto Clemente, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First offering on its way. And he takes ball one. The 1-0 is belted, and take a look at this. Deep to right center field, and it's gone. Solo shot to right center. 29 home runs for him on the year, and the Bucks have drawn even now at 1 apiece.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Tyler Wiggins. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Boy, that wasn't a very good pitch there. Up and away. That breaking ball, Hero, that slider intended to be down and away. Instead, it was up and away.
Yeah, that was definitely a missed spot right there, Dan. You saw the batter's eyes light up, and he didn't miss it.
Stepping in now, Randy Wiggins. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0 home is taken, strike one. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. Curtis Wiggins waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch is at the knees and called strike 3.
Now batting. Shortstop. Curtis.
Digging in to try it again, Curtis Wiggins. He's set. Here it comes. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Drilled right back up the middle. Segura fields it cleanly. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Striding into the box, Brian Brummett. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. And that'll score the run from second as they jump in front now, 2-1.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Into the box, Scott Gifford. Shot toward right center. And this is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a tumble but hangs on, and the inning is over. A final look at this tumbling catch out there in right field. More of the show, Saturday baseball, after this. Ready for another chance? Nolan Arenado. He hit a sac fly earlier.
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, one away. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Here's Jay Bruce now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Well, with the power bat up at the plate, the manager wisely signals his outfielders to back off. Don't want anything over their heads here. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking his zone right here. He has a chance for a quick inning. He is not nibbling. Everything is catching those 17 inches.
Behind 0-2 now. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself a fastball.
The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Standing in now, Joe Morgan, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Reds are down in order. Our score remains 2-1. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Jody Christian. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. First pitch coming. Here it is. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. And not much of an effort there as he'll look at strike 3 called. And on 3 pitches, he's your first out of the inning.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Into the box now, Christian Brummett, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. Now the 1-0. That's lifted the other way out to left. Rose has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Left fielder, Christopher Wiggins.
Ready for another shot now. Christopher Wiggins. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First offering on its way. Fouled off.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2 hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
Behind 0-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Fly ball out toward left center field. Rose calls for it. And that retires the side. Down in order go the Pirates. They still lead it 2-1. Standing in, Pete Rose. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
No balls and a strike to count. Now the 0-1. 1-1.
He obviously wanted that call on the corner, but if he continues to put the ball right there, he's going to get that call. Keep pitching as well as he is.
Swing hard liner to left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job.
Digging in, Johnny Bench. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now the outfield shifts into a no doubles defense after getting the sign from the dugout, basically playing to keep the ball in front of him no matter what. Rose aboard here at first with nobody out. Down and away, ball 1.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Line drive to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Stepping up now, Darren Durham. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch of the at-bat. Popped him up. Brummett has a play. 1 down.
Now batting, pitcher, Mike Lee.
So here's the Reds pitcher, Mike Lee. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now Now the manager brings his outfield in here with the pitcher at the plate. Doesn't want to get burned on any weak bloopers. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Clemente is in pursuit, but this will land out there just foul. And now he'll step off and raise his hand towards second, but he'll just hold on to it. Sacrifice situation here, and the manager wisely brings his third baseman in to try and cut down the lead runner if it comes his way. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Just getting blown away so far. No reason to throw anything else to speed up his bat. Just stay right there.
1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Gene Segura standing in as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. So 1-1. Line drive to left. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Reds strand a couple. They still trail it here 2-1. Digging in once again, Roberto Clemente comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First delivery to him on the way. And that one stayed too low apparently. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. A ball and a strike. A 1-1. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. The 2-2 gets the outside corner. Strike 3.
Now batting, third baseman, Tyler.
Digging in to try it again. Tyler Wiggins. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
3-0 to him now. The 3-0 pitch. Curveball, but a good job to lay off, and he works out the free pass.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Ready for another shot now. Randy Wiggins. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runners going. Grounded down the third baseline. Arenado has it in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for Pittsburgh, shortstop, Curtis Wiggins.
Ready for another chance. Curtis Wiggins. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch lofted in the air out toward right center. Bruce is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Pirates leave 1. They lead it 2-1. Riding in once again, Billy Hamilton. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Billy Hamilton.
Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now, and time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Ready once again, Nolan Arenado. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Hit down the third baseline. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Missed with a breaking ball.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Nolan Arenado. The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Ripped to second base. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in the zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
Stepping in now, Jay Bruce, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No hits to this point. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Arenado stands at first with 1 out. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
The outfield shifts into a no doubles defense after getting the sign from the dugout, basically playing to keep the ball in front of him no matter what. In now, Joe Morgan, as he'll take a look at ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. And here's his fastball for a called strike one, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun.
Hey, this is the game within the game right here. The hitter has to decide if he's going to change his game plan. Is he going to stay staunch and wait for him to miss over the heart of the plate or inside, or is he going to adjust his sights and try and drive the ball the other way?
1-2 now. Fastball, and it's strike three called. Oh, that looked inside, but instead it's the third out of the inning. Reds leave one. They're down 2-1. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. It's on to the 7th inning with the Pirates leading in this one, but before the inning gets underway, let's check out the game summary to this point. Andy Coe is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 31, Andy Coe.
Looking for more, Brian Brummett. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Brian Brummett.
Here comes the first pitch, and it's fouled away. Wind up and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. A wind up and the 0-2 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The 1-2 misses for the second ball.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
High in the air out to center field. Hamilton is right there, one down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Scott Gifford.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Scott Gifford, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. First pitch coming, here it is. Strike one to start the at-bat. Popped him up. Bench is there. 2 down.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well executed pitch there.
Standing in now, Jody Christian, and he fouls this one off. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Unless you're willing to sell out and try and take one part of the field out of play and just work the ball up the middle the other way, it's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a breaking ball. You either commit and be all in on a fastball or try and find a way to work the ball the other way to keep you back on the off-speed.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates, as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pete Rose. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. swing and a ground ball to third. Wiggins fields it cleanly, and the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
The catcher, number 5, Johnny Bench.
Ready now for Cincinnati, Johnny Bench. Last time through was a base hit. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. A 1-2 count to Johnny Bench. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The pitcher's duel, 2-1 our score. Two balls and 2 strikes to the Reds catcher. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Count still full, 3-2.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Very weakly on the ground.
Hey, this is a heck of a battle right here. Long AB. You know what? They find themselves still facing the starter. If they would have had some ABs like this earlier in the game, I think they get into the bullpen by this time.
Fouled away.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
The next 3-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, he's been battling all game long and been a real warrior. But there's only so many pitches in an arm, no matter how tough he is. That walk may have been all the manager needs to see because he looks like he's done to me.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Here's the Pirates skipper up out of the dugout now on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Pittsburgh, number 59, Jamie Fletcher.
Quick check on that tying run at first. And a dive, but he's back. First offering on its way. And a ball 1-0.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
The pitcher, number 31, Andy Cole.
Joey Votto will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 19, Joey Votto.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
Now pitching for Pittsburgh.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Now the outfield shifts into a no doubles defense after getting the sign from the dugout, basically playing to keep the ball in front of him no matter what. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. Bench is off at first with 2 away. Votto behind, but still dangerous even on 0-2.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Working for the punch out and the offering. High in the air, deep down the left field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. The 1-2 down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 skied in the air to straightaway left. Wiggins waits on it, and that retires the side. One left for Cincinnati. Our score remains 2-1.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Reds, number 2, Joey Ramos.
Leading off the inning, Christian Brummett, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
He doubled up on the heater right there. First one, he blew right by him. Second one, timing was on point. He was able to get a hit.
Stepping in, Christopher Wiggins. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Runners on the move for second. Pitch inside the throw, and it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a 1-run game, so that's a little risky. But hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Roberto Clemente will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Both teams with 6 hits so far. A ball and a strike. That's lifted the other way out to left. Rose has a beat on it. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. Well, he thought about tagging and moving up, but instead he's back to second.
For Pittsburgh, third baseman, Tyler Wiggins.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Tyler Wiggins. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch, and he lays off for ball 1. Hit sharply toward the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer is not gonna do too much damage.
Into the box now, Randy Wiggins pulls this one in the air out to left. Rose ranging forward, and he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Standing in, Curtis Wiggins. From the stretch. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy into wraps in this one. No hits for him so far, and what stands out to me is they're going right after him. They're not pitching him like they're afraid he's going to do any damage.
And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Matty, you find that a lot. Guy throws a bad curveball. Even though he gets a swing at it, he didn't like the feel. He doubled up on the same pitch.
Yeah, the location of the pitch, what got him there on a fat curveball that he was able to single on. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's 1 run on 4 hits here. No errors, and 3 men left stranded. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Pittsburgh leads this one 3-1. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Gene Segura. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A high fastball is in there.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Lifted down the line in left. Wiggins on the move, and this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And another foul ball. Segura behind on a 1-2 count. The 1-2 is roped to left, a base hit. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit, and it makes for a good start to the inning for Cincinnati. And he is into second base with a double. His third hit this afternoon.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. He's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all 4 quadrants.
Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
Hey, 2 tough pitches right there, and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right here. With that base open at first, he's going to grind out and try and get this guy to swing at something outside the zone.
On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Here's Nolan Arenado. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. From the belt, the pitch. 0-1 the count. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Trying to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Segura leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Wiggins ranges to his left, and that's the second out.
Well executed 2-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Here's Jay Bruce now, and with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit, but if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Well, with the power bat up at the plate, the manager wisely signals his outfielders to back off. Don't want anything over their heads here. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Eighth inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. And Bruce can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2. From the stretch. And he misses there. 1-2. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Reds leave one. Score holds. It's 3-1. Aroldis Chapman comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
First delivery to him on the way. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And a great start to the ninth, as this ought to be extra bases. And it's a good start to the inning for the Bucks. It's a leadoff double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice two-bagger.
Edward Arnold will come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at second and nobody out.
Edward Arnold.
Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Arnold has a batting average of exactly 300, something that not many other pitchers could claim.
You know, Matty, you could throw out batting average when you're working with an OPS north of 800. This guy does damage and would be in my lineup every day of the week.
And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. So a big spot here, and stepping in, Christian Brummett. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. One out and a runner on third. A 2-0 count to the Bucks center fielder.
Great situation to be up at the plate right now. But if you're on the mound, there is absolutely no reason to give in to him. Stay on the outer quadrants of the plate and don't get beat in the middle.
Here's a bouncing ball now headed for the shortstop, Segura. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Now back, left fielder, Christopher Wiggins.
Stepping up to the plate, Christopher Wiggins. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Now the pitch. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No, a little too much hook on it there. It's a foul ball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball one. The 1-2. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Hamilton looking up, and it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 31 for him on the season as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Yeah, it's a long season with a lot of peaks and valleys. September, that bodes well for him and his team as things crank up in October. We'll see if he can stay hot when it matters the most.
Now batting, right fielder, Roberto Clemente.
Into the box, Roberto Clemente. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Hamilton is under it. And that's the third out. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. Pirates on top, 5-1.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Pirates, number 65, Nate Jones.
In now for the Reds, Joe Morgan. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once.
Second baseman.
Looks like corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. And the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Now the 1-0 is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. Here now the 2-2. Ground ball left side. Wiggins in the hole. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Pete Rose.
Digging in now, Pete Rose. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. He's set, and the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now. One out, nobody on. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Rose is retired. 2 down now.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Looks like corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. In now, Johnny Bench, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Here's the 0-1. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
That misses 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. But in this situation, he was able to hold back. That's a nice take.
The Reds down to their last strike. Sharply hit ball back up the middle. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Striding into the box, Darren Durham. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. He's set. Here it comes. Fouled off. Swinging and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Way outside. 1-2. Bench leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. Catch is made, and the Pirates have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
5-1 the final total in today's game. Pittsburgh with the division-leading 112th win. Jody Christian wins his 19th decision of the season. Mike Lee pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Here now is our final lines for this afternoon. First, for the victorious Pirates. 5 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Reds, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Our paid attendance at Great American Ballpark this afternoon, 42,059. The Reds thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the Pirates racked up 11 hits as a team as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 5-1. At the start of the day, the Reds are in second place in the NL Central. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Pirates are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. Shelby Miller earned win number 7 this season, leading the Braves past the Brewers 5-3. In the standings, the Brewers sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East Division. They trail by 8.5 games. The Mets hit 3 long balls as they took down the Fish in Miami 6-2. Heading into the day, the Marlins sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division, but they currently lead the NL wildcard race, while the Mets are 3rd in the division. They're 7 games back. The Nationals knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 9-6. As of today, the Phillies sit in last place in the National League East, 17 games out of first. And the Nationals are atop the division. They hold a comfortable 5-game advantage. Yangervis Solarte had a great day, driving in 5 on 3 hits as San Diego beat the Dodgers 10-4. Entering the day's action, the Dodgers are in 1st place in the NL West. They have a small 1.5-game advantage over 2nd. And the Padres are 3rd in the division. They trail 1st by 4 games. Josh Donaldson had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate, helping lead the Blue Jays over the Yankees 15-3. He is among the American League leaders in home runs. At the start of the day, the Blue Jays sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, 16 games out of first, while the Yankees are atop the division, 6 games up on 2nd place. The Texas Rangers swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 8-3. In the standings, the Rays are in last place in the AL East. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Rangers sit in 2nd place in the American League West, 1 game out of first. The Red Sox shortstop, number 29, had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate as Boston defeated the Indians 20-2. As of today, the Indians sit in last place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Red Sox are in 2nd place in the AL East, 6 games out of first. Ryan Roberts grabbed his 2nd win of the year, helping the White Sox push past the Royals 4-3.